What's going on, boys? Just got back from jiu-jitsu. We're gonna do some quick breakdowns for the card. I made a video earlier. It was shit. I'm remaking it. We're just gonna get done quick. I'm gonna tell you who I like. I'm gonna give you a little parlay at the end, a little parlay piece. And yeah, it's not a bad card. Nasruddin versus Cannonier, or I guess I should say Cannonier versus Imavov because that's the actual name of the card. UFC Fight Night's June 8th today. I was gonna make a video yesterday, but we gave up on it because I was tired. I guess that's my excuse. All right, first fight on the card: Pooja Tamar against Rayani Amanda. I'm going Rayani Amanda by submission. I just think she's years above Pooja. Pooja, I'm guessing, is on the card because the UFC is trying to make a track into India. I don't think it's happening. I think Pooja's going to get destroyed. I don't know. I guess not destroyed. She is pretty good on the feet, but Rayani's just... She should be way better than her. The Toledo Alencar split, I don't think she even... Like, that fight was just horrendous. I hope Amanda comes back and she just looks how she did, you know, during the... What was that fucking league she was in before? Invicta, that's what it was. She looked really good at Invicta. I'm just hoping she's able to make that comeback. Yeah, maybe I'm just gonna blame it on UFC jitters. Cody Stamann against Taylor Lapulus next on the card. I got Taylor Lapulus by decision. He's just Cody Stamann's a vet. He's been around for a long time. I think Taylor's just years above him on the feet. He just looks better. He's got the slick boxing. He's a good kickboxer. He's got the takedown defense to get away from Cody. I think they're gonna keep it standing, and I think Taylor's just gonna be able to outpoint him. Yeah, there's nothing else to talk about other than the fact that Taylor's just got the reach advantage, man. Cody's looking like Brad Katona at this point. He's got the short arms and he just can't get in. He has to get close distance, but Taylor's good at managing it, so it's gonna be tough. Eduarda Mora against Denise Gomes. I'm going Eduarda Mora by finish. She has 10 wins, 9 finishes. Denise, I mean, some people are picking Denise. She looked good against Bruna Brazil. The Yasmin fight, she knocked her out, but Rayani Amanda, that was years ago, though, hey? Angela Hill, decision loss. Angela Hill, again, I love Angela Hill, but she's 40, man. Like, you should be able to, you're 24, you should be able to, like, you have YouTube at your disposal. You have some of the best coaches in the world. Like, you gotta be years above that you gotta be able to take her down, man. Angela outpointed the fuck out of her. I just think Eduarda is just better. She's a monster, man. Now the fight against Montserrat, you don't even want to really count that because she's terrible. But I think Eduardo is going to show that there's levels in this game, and Denise is going to go right back to the chopping block. Daniel Marcos against Jean Castaneda. Going Daniel Marcos. He was beating the fuck out of Richie Lang before that groin strike or whatever that took the O off Daniel Marcos's career. He was pretty upset about that too. He was pretty pissed. But I got Marcos by KO. John's just a little slow in that fight against Kong. He was slow, man. In that second round, if you watch it back, he looks like he's gonna get caught. He just kind of leaves the hands a little low. He's got that left side wide open for right hooks, and I think Daniel's just gonna be able to slip and find it. Daniel just looks better on the feet. He's got that slick boxing. John's just looking for the wide ranges of, you know, attack, and Daniel's looking for the one thing. So I think he's able to pick his shots better. We got Andrea Lee against Montana De La Rosa. This is a terrible fight. Both women are fucking god-awful. They're both on the chopping block. Whoever loses this is getting kicked out of the UFC. I'm going Andrea Lee by decision. I don't know. I'd flip a coin if I had one, but I don't have one around right now. JJ Aldrich loss is just, in hindsight, fucking horrendous for Montana De La Rosa. She has takedowns. Andrea Lee might get taken down and just hugged for 3 rounds. This is an awful fight to bet. If you want to bet it over 2.5 rounds, if you want to pick a fighter, I would pick Andrea Lee, man. I don't know. I just think she's a little bit better. She's older, I get it, but like on the feet, she's just better than Montana De La Rosa. Like, Rosa's good, way better on the ground, but if you think that Andrea Lee can keep it on the feet, you just take Andrea Lee all day. We're on the top of the prelims now. We got the last 3 fights of the prelims. Brad Katona against Jesse Butler. Brad Katona. Jesse Butler's just not there, man. This is Brad Katona's second stint in the UFC. If he fucks this up and he loses now, he's getting kicked out. Jesse Butler's awful, man. Awful? Yeah, awful. Awful. He's awful. His first fight in the UFC, Jim Miller got knocked out cold. He just hasn't looked good, and like, he's fighting bums. Like, he's fighting bums, man. Brad Katona's fighting. Cody Gibson's actually not that bad. I give it to Katona all day. I want him to get a knockout, but it's never going to happen. Brad Katona just has pillow fists, I guess. I feel like he clips guys sometimes. They can't put him away. He's like fucking Sean. Charles Radke against Carlos Prates. I picked Carlos Prates by knockout. Don't be surprised if Charles Radke takes him down though, and subs him. Carlos Prates is like way above Charles on the feet. If Charles is able to get in and do his like fucking in and out, he might be able to clip Carlos. He's got some nice hands, but Carlos is just fucking way better. His boxing is way better. His kickboxing is way better. Charles is a phenomenal wrestler, though. This might be the upset of the night. Radke getting 22% of the people's love. Carlos Prates, man. I mean, I can understand why everyone's going KO. He's just a fucking demon, man. That knockout of Trevin Guile, dude, he went fucking... His lights were out standing up. Yeah, I would go Carlos Prates, but... over 1.5 rounds seems reasonable. Thiago Moises... Or Moises against Ludovic Klein. I'm going Ludovic Klein by decision. Every single time Thiago Moises tries to go on a little run, he gets stopped. I don't think he's even going to go on a run right now. I think Ludovic Klein's just going to end his run. The knockout win over AJ Cunningham, don't even count that on his record, dude. Like, it's just pathetic. That guy shouldn't even have been in the UFC. I think it was a last-second replacement. But the Ignacio Bahamondes win, that's impressive. I say that's impressive. That's pretty good. Ignacio's a phenomenal fucking fighter, man. Mason Jones, Devontae Smith, okay. Jai Herbert decision. Went to a draw. I mean, okay. I got Ludovic Klein, though. Oh, shit. What are we doing here? Gotta bring it back. We're all over the place here. Okay, next fight on the prelim. I believe it's top of the prelims. No, that was the top of the prelims. Ludovic Klein against Thiago Moises. That's fine. Next fight, main card. Soriano against Miguel Baiza. I got Miguel Baiza by sub. Both these guys are fucking terrible, man. But Miguel just came off, I believe he had a grappling tournament. He won a couple by sub. He looks good. He looks okay. I mean, I would just take him. I would take the probably under 2.5 rounds. I don't think this is going the distance. Both these guys are just fucking horrendous at this point. Probably going to get kicked out of the UFC, whoever loses. The Andre Fiallo, I get it. You might be worried about that. Chaos Williams lost. I might be worried about that too, but, you know. Soriano's been put through some fucking hell, man, and he doesn't look good. Miguel looks way better. I'm just going to go Miguel. Chalky lock. Oh my god, I fucking closed it again. We got to bring it back, guys. There you go. All right. Zach Reese against Julian Marquez. I picked Zach Reese. A lot of people are picking Julian Marquez. I get it, man. He's a vet. But no. I think Zach Reese is going to just finish him. Julian, I don't think past the first round he's going to be fine. I think Zach's going to be all over him, and I think Zach's going to be able to... Like, Zach can take a punch, man. He got knocked out by a slam. I don't really take that. You know, whatever. It happens. But the Marc-Andre Barriault, man, he got standing TKO. Julian was exhausted in that fight. That was on the John Jones versus Cyril Gane card. Julian was just exhausted. So, I give it all day to Zach. I mean, take the underdog. Yeah. I wouldn't even pick an over-under for this fight other than... I pick under 2.5 rounds. I don't think this is going to a decision. These guys can finish each other. Speaking of finish, Bruno Ferreira against Dustin Stoltzfus. Bruno Ferreira knockout first round. That's the pick. It's been the pick for months since I saw this fight. He's getting knocked out, man. Bruno's a fucking tank, brother. He got knocked out by Ruziboev. Okay. I don't give a fuck about that loss. Dustin Stoltz, he's fucking... comparatively to Bruno Ferreira has a tank in his fist. All he has to do is touch Dustin and he's going out. It's like I'm watching fucking Sergey Pavlovich. Alright? Bruno Ferreira knockout first round. Take it. Under 1.5 rounds. Take it. It's your lucky of the week. Raul Rosas Jr. against Ricky Turcios. I'm taking Raul Rosas Jr. He's just better on the ground than Ricky, and, you know, he has a little bit of power in his hands that Ricky usually just taps people with. Going Rosas by sub. I think he's going to finish him, but, you know, after the loss to Christian Rodriguez, who's apparently the hype train killer, you know, who knows what's going to happen. I like Raul, though. It looks... He doesn't have the reach advantage, but I truly think he's the better mixed martial artist. Dominic Reyes against Dustin Jacoby. I like Dominic Reyes, man. I do. A 1.5 year layoff That's fine. Losing to Asmat, losing to Alonzo Menafield, losing to Khalil Roundtree. Alonzo Menafield, 2020 hindsight. That's a terrible loss. Just saying. Dominic Reyes, I'm hoping he comes back strong. I wouldn't bet this fight. Maybe over 2.5 rounds, I'm not sure. But I like KO for Dominic Reyes. He still has some fucking power, man. I don't know. Nah, not KO. Maybe decision. I'm just... Stay away from that fight. I like Dominic Reyes, though. I know I'm insane. Dustin Jacoby, I can't, man. After that Alonzo Menafield fight, he fucking drained my soul. I'm just hoping Dominic comes back, doesn't get knocked out, and just ends his career, okay? Jared Cannonier versus Nasruddin Imavov. I mean, this is the last fight of the night. Guys, I'm going to be streaming this later tonight for sure. I'm going to be streaming the whole card, just the commentary to it. The Killer Gorilla against the Russian Sniper. I'm going Killer Gorilla. Daddy Time doesn't... You know, he doesn't give a fuck who you are, but Jared still looks good, man. And until it happens where I feel truly that he doesn't have it anymore, I don't know, man. The Roman Delidzie, man, like, he should have finished him. The guy who has no fucking striking. I'm gonna go Jared Cannonier, or if you want to take a better pick, over 4.5 rounds is probably the pick. I'll give you guys a little parlay at the end here. I like Taylor Lapulus as a little lock. I'm going to go Daniel Marcos. I'm going to go Eduardo Mora. I'm going to go Ludovic Klein. I'm going to go Bruno Ferreira by KO at a -135, I believe it is. Which is a 5 pick. Chalk $50 on that. I'm sure it pays like $350. Take your fucking money, run to the bank. If you want to change it up, you could go over 4.5 rounds, Jared Cannonier. You could go over... you could pick Raul Rosas Jr. You could pick Bruno Ferreira. And you could go... yeah, I'd say Eduardo Del Morada is probably a safe pick. That probably comes up to +500. Just take your money, guys. Take some small bets this week. It might be a crazy card. You know, a lot of underdogs can hit. It's going to be a good card, though. I'll see you guys later today. You're on the stream. If not, good luck in your bets, boys. Good luck on the card. And if you're just watching the card to watch MMA, shit, you might see some good ground game. You might see some good hands. See you later, boys.